When Paper Mario the Origami King was first announced, many people, myself included, were ecstatic for a new Paper Mario game, especially one that looked like a return to form for the series. The dark story combined with a brilliant art style, cool new game mechanics, and a total revamping of the battle system led so many people to view this game with a positive outlook. Was that hype and excitement unfounded? To an extent, yes. The reveal of Paper Mario the Origami King was designed to showcase the best parts of the game and hide the controversial ones. The game still looks great, but for a different reason. The genre that the Paper Mario series resides in has been ever more growing to that of an action-adventure game. This latest title blows that door open on this and introduces some less than favorable changes, the likes of which include battling, paper gimmicks, and the EXP/RPG elements found in earlier games. The battling on paper is a really neat way to differentiate it from other entries by providing players with a unique battling system unlike anything before it. The issue, however, is that the game has an utter lack of XP, more on this in a little bit, and instead utilizes coins as its main way of progression, yet coins are far too plentiful and do far too little. What I mean by this is that the use of coins boils down to increasing your time limit of battles, getting toads to help you in battle, buying special attacks and upgrades to bolster your power in battle, and the occasional help to help progress the story. Notice a pattern here? Despite the incredibly outspoken fan backlash, intelligent systems have remained strong-headed with their insistence of battles being useless. If I get coins for battling, and coins help me battle, why battle? This ties in heavily with character progression, as the apparent lack of XP removes the game's enjoyment far more than it should. When coins have very few permanent effects, I could avoid battling in the game altogether and breeze through, gathering loads of coins in the world and its environments. Then I could use those said coins on story-specific items and a few temporary items, like time, to help me in a boss battle. When people feel the need to run away from battles, when the entire premise of your game is battling, something must be off. They spent all this time crafting a unique system, and to see it just go to waste is a true shame. So much about this game feels like a half step. You want partners? Here are story-specific characters that you can only use when we tell you to. Want names for NPCs besides just what they are? Here's a bomb named Bobby. What's that? You want the battling system to be fun and worthwhile? Well, we can give you one of those things. It feels to me that Tensuke Tanabe and the team behind Paper Mario understands what fans want, but they just don't want to give them those things. And they're entirely in their right to do so. They have full artistic control over what aspects, mechanics, and gameplay are included in the game. It just ruins it as a Paper Mario game. I've made this distinction before in my Halo 3 to Halo 4, the Birth of a Change video, but one thing that I said was that there was a major difference between a good Halo game and a good game. The same holds true here, albeit with a few modifications. I would bet money that Paper Mario the Origami King is a good game, but not a good Paper Mario game. And it's true. By showing the best of what it could offer within its announcement trailer and garnering the support of millions of fans, again myself included, and then slowly drip feeding the negative aspects after it had already had such good press, is in its own right deceitful. The entire nature of the game is deceitful. It originally positioned itself as this amazing return to form, but when push comes to shove, it is nothing like the original games. It holds none of the same RPG elements, character progression, battling system, or elaborate story not involving a paper gimmick. Nintendo took the game's title too far, especially this time. By blatantly emphasizing the paper portion of Paper Mario, they are opening themselves up for tons of bashing and criticism. The reliance of paper in terms of gameplay, to me at least, is completely acceptable. If they have an interesting way to enhance the gameplay side of the game and allow it to feel fresh and differentiate itself from other titles, it's great. However, I am under the opinion that a game's story should never be impacted by silly limitations such as titles or graphics. It should be good in its own right, not what subjective standards Nintendo sets for it with paper. What pains me the most is how close this game gets to being a must-have Paper Mario game. It will be a great game, but it won't be what it could have been. It could have been something so much more if they just added these minor changes as to appeal to fans, while still having their artistic vision remain intact. Instead, we are left with a game that is undoubtedly good, but not a good Paper Mario game.